Welcome back to Pharmacy News, and I'm delighted to be joined by Doug Hoey, who is the National Community Pharmacists Association US CEO. That is an impressive business card right there. Great to have you with us, Doug.
Great to be here, Miranda.
Now, in your talk earlier, you mentioned that all 50 states in the US are now on board with vaccinations.
That's right, that's right. It's been wonderful. It's taken years. It's probably taken close to 20 years to get all 50 on board, but now in all 50 states, pharmacists may immunize or at least provide a flu immunization to patients.
How did you get it to happen?
Well, there was a tipping point. So it started with a few states. There was resistance from different factions, but eventually it just made too much sense. Patients loved it, and now almost 40% of all flu immunizations in the country will be done in a community pharmacy in 2015.
Huge achievement.
It's an amazing result, and it just shows the value of pharmacist services.
How does the pharmacy industry in the US compare to Australia?
There are some similarities, but there's many differences. Probably the biggest difference is the one-payer system here in Australia versus the multiple payers that we have in the U.S.
Yes.
The U.S. has really evolved in the last 10 years, I would say. So probably about 40% of our prescriptions are paid for by the government, 40 to 50%. Mm-hmm. But then the other 50% is still commercial. And the two type of payment systems make for an interesting alchemy.
I'll imagine. What can we learn from the US?
Well, I find myself talking to my Australian friends, and I start out a lot of sentences with, now, if this happens, don't do this.
Don't do this, the warning sign.
Yeah, the warning thing. So we have what are called PBMs, which are the middlemen in between the pharmacy and the payer, and they can provide a valuable function, such as prescription processing, but they've really grown to become a very dominant force in the U.S., which has not been to the benefit of pharmacy or its patients. So that would be one tip I would say to the good folks in Australia.
And what can the U.S. learn from Australia?
There's lots of things from Australia. I think one thing that I see in Australia is the collaboration, especially the strength of with the independent pharmacies, through the Guild, but then also throughout all the pharmacy organizations, that there's I'm sure there's some differences that I don't see as a guest, but there seems to be a strong sense of collaboration.
What about APP 2015? Is this your first visit?
It's my first APP meeting. I've been to Australia before, but it's been fabulous. It's been a great meeting. This is really my first full day of exposure to it, but it's been terrific. There's a lot of energy in the room, and there's a lot of happy, smiling faces, a lot of optimism. It's been a great experience.
Doug, thank you so much for your time. We'll see you back here next year.
That would be great.
We'll be back with more pharmacy news shortly.